What's up, Brick Builders? Mayor Brick here. Welcome to our channel's first live stream. Today's been kind of a hectic day. We had a bunch of errands. I had to get new tires on the car, and we did some Christmas shopping. And I thought, you know what? For today's video, why not do a live stream? I think I have it set up here where hopefully you can see and hear me. I guess we'll find out afterwards. So we're going to do a live build here of the Bricklink designer program. This is the Snack Shack. This is such a cool set. I love the design of the camper here for the food stand, and so I thought it would be a great candidate for the first build for our first live stream. So I'm going to monitor this whole situation over here. I have the live stream going. I've never done this before, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on the YouTube studio. And of course, with the Bricklink sets, you don't get a physical instruction book any longer. So I have another laptop here with my instructions. So I'm going to crack this open, start building, and chat with y'all as you come in. All right, looks like there's 4 sets of instructions here, or excuse me, 4 bags. And then you have 3 of these additional 2x plates, some stickers that say Snack Shack and menu, and then the scannable link here to get your instructions. Like I was saying, I have another laptop here for the instructions because you don't get those with the Bricklink sets anymore. Hey, I got one viewer. Hello, one viewer. Welcome to my very first live stream. Let's hope it's not awkward. Crack open bag 1 here. There's 2 bag 1s. And let's get rocking here. All right. To my one viewer, can you hear me okay? This is the first time I'm doing this, and I think I have the audio set up okay. Take that as a yes or no. Thank you, Northwoods Builder. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Did you pick up the Bricklink Designer Program sets? Looks like we have to make 2 of these bad boys. And we attach to this base, I presume. Yep. like these little beach foundations they have with the dark tan and the light tan plate combinations. It's a good setting for the beach once we start building that out. Really wish with the Bricklink designer program sets they gave you physical instructions. I think some of the earlier ones they did, if I remember correctly, like bikes and the Hot Shot arcade game. Those ones were really nice. I think they used to give like exclusive bricks too, if I remember correctly. There was like a red 2x4 brick with some like Technic axles in it. Um, the holes for them. I guess they don't do that anymore. Love when they include these little hidden details, like the 5-cent coin, which I presume this is going to be kind of like underneath the build, like it fell through a crack or something. Did you guys have a good Saturday? We went and got new tires on my truck today, which was exhilarating. Uh, always forget how expensive tires are till you need 4 of them. But the good news is they included a free alignment, free, and oil change. I thought it was a good deal. Get 4 tires, get a oil change, and free alignment. Apparently my tire change talk was thrilling. I lost my viewers. That's okay. All part of the process. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Building the Bricklink designer program. Snow truck. What are your guys' thoughts on these sets? Do we think they're priced fairly for what you get? I know there's a bit of a premium that comes on these Bricklink designer program sets. They, they have a bit of an exclusive run, so I get that. Sometimes the price per piece, though, just don't know. I think a set like this is kind of universal, though, where it appeals to a broader audience. Whereas something like the Castle, the Forest, some of those sets, I don't know, not necessarily for me, but I understand the appeal to a certain niche. I do like, though, how more frequently they're releasing these series. Before, I felt like you had to wait quite a bit of time between series. Now it's, I think there's more of a structure for sure, more of a formal structure. I think it's like at least 2 or 3 a year that they are releasing for pre-sale. And I feel like the time from pre-sale to ship too has gotten better. I remember was one of the first years they did, like when we got the Lego store. Can't remember what the other modulars were in that one or the other ones, but I feel like that one took forever to ship. I shipped my pants. That snap sound is incredibly satisfying. Okay, so now we have this bit of a foundation here, I think, for the snack shack to sit on, and a little stand, maybe a little walkway that's going to be coming up here. So excited to see it starting to come together. Glad Lego 2 fixed this whole brittle brown issue, because every time I see reddish brown in a set, I cringe because I've had very bad experiences with both my sets falling victim, but also when I buy a used set and it's, from that era, you just know that the brown is likely going to have a tough go. But I think they've since fixed the mold issue or molding. I don't remember what the issue was. It was probably the dye or something in there that caused it to flake and crack. But I believe that is no longer an issue. Yes, time will tell. So once you put these little wooden boards here to represent, I guess, like a boardwalk vibe, there's a hole in the middle of. I don't know if you can see it from that angle. There's a hole right here, and that's where you can see the 5-cent coin that we were talking about a minute ago. It's pretty funny. I love the little attention to detail like that. Always makes you smile when you see something like that. Gotta have a rat. And it's the dark tan color too, so it blends in very nicely. All right, bag one is done. We have I assume the sand. We have that in the tan and the dark tan color here as the foundation and the base of our snack shack. We have these 2x2 reddish brown bricks that, the rounded bricks that act as like piers almost, posts to raise the snack shack up. We have some foliage coming out from under the deck here, as well as under the stand for the snack shack. And we have some Technic receivers ready for what I presume is going to be the palm tree here. You have some foliage around the front here. We have a trash can, a little bucket, little pail, and then, of course, a rat coming out here from underneath. So overall, this is a pretty good foundation. I feel like bag one was interesting and fun build. Now we're going to open up bag two. Love these little tools. This packaging reminds me of like original Lego packaging, how it used to come in the little perforated baggies with all these little holes. Now this is obviously newer, but it's fun when you get an older set that you buy now, like a retired set, and then you has this and it's all like old and crinkly, and oh man, that is nostalgia right there. Discard my plastic here. All right, let's go to bag two. You guys are building. Do you go through all the instructions? I know there's different ways people do it. Do you go through all the instructions on one page and like preload the pieces you're going to need for all of those, or you just do one step at a time? I know this can get different for different people, but on my screen, for example, right here, I have 4 steps of instructions on the screen, and so I'm going to preload all the pieces. Maybe it's just my uh, anal retentive OCD. I don't know. There's probably a psychological thing to unpack there. We'll just leave it packed. Tomorrow is our holiday party for Indie Lug. I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun. There's a couple different stages of the holiday party. Of course, there's going to be food, which I generally get most excited for. There's going to be a contest where folks in the club. I did a video on this the other day. Everybody creates a little miniature vignette and brings it for a little mini contest. And there, of course, are going to be prizes. We also are starting to do something called a jambalaya, which I've not partaken in this before, but it sounds pretty fun. I think we just basically have a tote, like a big tub, and this is how it was explained to me. Everybody brings a handful of parts that they don't need anymore or wanting to discard, puts it in like a Ziploc bag or something, and we put it in the middle. And then the idea is it's kind of like leave a penny, take a penny. You take a bag of somebody else's parts that they don't want anymore, and in return you leave something of hopefully somewhat like value. But I guess we will see. But yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. Everybody's working on different projects at different times. So, what you may think is junk is another person's treasure. So I'm excited to see what happens in the jambalaya tomorrow. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be one of the side panels here for the snack shack. So let's pop that in. All right. Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. And then afterwards, I think we're going to hang out with some of our fellow lug participants, which will be nice to see everybody. Indie Lug is Indianapolis, or Indiana rather, is pretty large. So our members are spread out all across the state. And it's nice to see everybody. Curious to see what everybody else's winter builds are going to be, though. Looks like this might be a refrigerator that we just built going in here, potentially. So we have the sidewall here with the broom, and we just built this here, which I believe is a refrigerator. I guess we'll find out for sure. It could be a cabinet of some sort. And so far, I'm intrigued by the way this is coming together. It's a lot of snot building for the siding as well as the walls. All right, let's carry on. Looks like we're about to build some of the interior details here. I think this is going to be like the frying station, which I'm always intrigued by these interior details of restaurants. And like the what was it? The downtown diner had a really cool build with the bacon and the pancakes. Sounds like this is going to be similar to that, but this is more of a food truck vibe, so it's got to be a little bit smaller of a scale. Anyone know what this set is going for? I know once these sets retire, they typically appreciate relatively fast. But I don't remember seeing what this one is currently going for now that it's been released for sale and everybody's kind of picked up what they want. Thankfully, I got this as part of the program, and it was not terribly expensive if I remember correctly. Maybe like 60, 70 bucks. Let me know if I'm wrong. Oh, that's cool. So you use this screwdriver here as this might be a milkshake machine. That's kind of cool. I don't know if you can really see this from there, but it's I think it's like one of those old-fashioned milkshake machines, and you use a flathead screwdriver to accomplish the interior, like the spinny part of the milkshake. That's very interesting. Okay, so that's going to go on this little workshop doohickey thing. Very interesting technique. Looks like this is a sandwich press, like a panini press or something like that. It's kind of interesting. Of course, when you're in a snack shack like this, you have limited space to work with, so you need kind of these micro gadgets. So here's what we just built here: the little the whatever you would call this, like the chef's stand, where you have the panini press. This goes up and down. Some sort of bottle of something, the milkshake machine, and a little sink here with a lever off to the side. Carry on to the next part of the build. What's up? Welcome to the chat. I keep seeing people join. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I can't see who is joining unless you leave a comment. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to go, but I would love to say hi to folks as they join by name or username. But alas, here we are. Mystery. It's fun to think that people get paid to design Lego sets. Like, I feel like that's the ultimate dream job, right? Could you imagine working at Lego HQ and literally having all the pieces available to you that you could think of, one, and two, like you're putting together the sets that people are going to go crazy for. I think that is a dream job. Okay, so this right here that we just built is the deep fryer. There are little knobs and gauges on the front of it for your deep fryer controls and little handles here for the baskets, which is pretty cool. And I like that the underlying plate here is in that, I think it was it bright light yellow, or maybe it was just actually yellow. But yeah, it represents the grease, obviously. And then I like that the fry baskets, one is a little bit elevated than the other, kind of indicating that You know, if you've ever worked in fast food and you have to lift one up and it clips on the back. Again, attention to detail, and then the vents, the grill, and then the brick on the back that has the, what is it, like the fluted pattern for like a vent. I thought that was, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat attention to detail there. All right, let's snap that bad boy in. And now we can see the kitchen of the snack shack coming together. Got your drinks, your sandwich press, your fryer, and looks like everything is spaced according to code. You got chicken in the fryer. I can be down with some chicken. All right. And it looks like we have a bee. That's funny, because there's always going to be bugs in a snack shack. What would a snack shack be without unsanitary conditions? And if this little piece that we just put on the front too has the 1x2 brick with the snot pattern on the front of it, because I imagine we're eventually just going to snap some sides, some front and back pieces on here. But that will be a snot mounted technique. Now, these all look like the type of pieces that would be extra pieces. And I wonder if we're going to use these tools down the road somewhere, or since we just had to use the one screwdriver and it comes in this set, if these are all just going to be extra, I guess we shall find out soon. But hey, these would be cool pieces to add the inventory if they are extra. Welcome to the stream. We're on bag 3 of 4 for the snack shack. Maybe I'll stop saying welcome to the stream. That seems to scare people. All right, this step we are using 2 of these additional 2x2, too many to count, but I know they're going to be the same size, so they're going to be these 2. And we build our first minifigure in bag 3. That's interesting. Okay, looks like this is the cook dude. And now we're going to build the next side. I believe this to be the left side of the snack shack. I don't think I've ever actually even ordered food from a snack shack like this on the beach. Well, probably first of all, because we live in Indiana, and if you know anything about Indiana, there aren't any beaches. Although we have a theme park here called Indiana Beach. But it's nothing like beaches that exist elsewhere. Building our snot foundation here for the wall. These window panes, these little, I don't know what the actual dimensions are, but these have been on the pick-a-brick wall at the Lego store lately. And I snagged a whole ton of these. And it's funny how many you think you need versus what you actually get. Like if you do a big skyscraper or something, you need thousands of these things. And yeah, I think 1 or 2 boxes quickly add up. So when you buy 4 or 5 boxes, you don't really need that many. I've learned that lesson. Okay, let's see. I need a 1x4 plate, 2 1x2s, and then a corner slopey dude. Yep, there we go. These need to be in dark bluish gray. What do you guys call dark bluish gray? I've heard it a couple different ways. I always say it full way out, dark bluish gray. Dark blay, I think is what I've heard people say. Be cool if this was a theme that they continued with different like food trucks and food stands. Now I know it's not like a theme that Lego releases, but if more of these enter the designer program and more people vote on them, I think these are little fun additions to the city. And at this price point too, I think you're going to get a wider audience. It'll appeal to more folks. Like I was saying earlier, when you have the was it like the castles and the forests and all that, like those are super cool, but I feel like they only appeal to a certain niche. Like something like this is small. A lot of people buy it because it's cheaper than the other ones, and I think it'll apply to a broader range of folks. I like picking them up because they're really cool additions to the city too. Okay, it's gonna be the left side of the snack shack. You can see it coming together here, right? We got the left and the right sides completed. We have the kitchen details, the base, obviously, with the boardwalk. And it looks like next step here is we're going to start building the front of it, which is going to have the door to enter the snack shack for the worker, as well as a little ordering window, that ordering partition. So it looks like that is next here. I really like this building technique too, like just you're kind of prefabbing the walls and popping them on, which is nice. I like that. Here we go. We got another run of 4 steps. So me, I'm gonna have to preload all of my pieces here. This is just how I do it, guys. I feel like this is an efficient way to prep and build, and I am one for efficiency. Okay, interesting technique here. So you have the plate that's going to get snotted on for the front. You put a 2x4 tile, and then you like reverse these these snot bricks. That's a interesting technique to do that. I always learn so much from these like fan built creations too, because like when you build Lego sets, you feel like you've seen it all, like official Lego sets, all the different ways, and sometimes even those are can be questionable. But it's I love seeing these fan design sets because I get ideas on how to do stuff on my own, or how to mimic and recreate it. Because sharing is caring. There's one thing I might need to add to this Lego studio, and I face this at my old build location too, is like a bumper situation here, because I can't tell you the number of times I'm building, have moved parts and they fall. So then I got to go, like, obviously bend over, pick it up. I would love to not have to do that. But if I had a bumper here, and I'm like building, my arms are sitting here, that's not going to be comfortable. I guess I'll live. What's up, guys? Welcome. We're on bag 3 of 4. All right, so here's the front of the snack shack here coming together. Looks like we're about to tile off the back of it here to add some security, some stability. You will respect my stability. Okay. Almost done with the counter that the figs will order from. And it looks like this next part here is the computer, like a little square device or something that the figs will order from. Although I don't know if they have the chip enabled on this. Semantics. I would order from here if I was a minifigure. Looks like this is just going to be a stock shelf here in the back that we just built. It's got like a little milk container and a trans green 1x2 brick. So like this is what the worker would see on the backside, and this is what the minifigure will see as they order. And it looks like we're just going to not mount this just right on the front, which is an incredibly easy process. And so here we go. Here's the life of this thing coming together. Yeah, nice. Love that. Now we're going to build what looks like the top. So start clicking away. Forgot I'm doing this live. Figured I'd have this front and center. I like this roof technique too, how you're basically just taking some plates, putting these like headlight snot things, and some slopes. Easy peasy, but it's effective. The question is going to be, where are we going to put this in the city? And I think naturally I go to the beach, the boardwalk, but I have all of my food trucks kind of scattered around in my mind. I don't want to have it all in the same spot. This might be good in the theme park somewhere, but I feel like, it's built for a beach. You just got to keep it at the beach. I think this is going to be the mount for the sign. There we go. We got the first sticker, the Snack Shack logo. That's going to go on a 2x6 tile, it looks like. There it is. You got the Snack Shack. You got the logo. Tile it off. Bam. All right. The roof is done, and it looks like this snot mounts as well. Okay, so everything's kind of like connected here. Now, what if you have to take this off? You just take, okay, so if you have to take this off, it looks like you have to take the roof and the front panel off if for some reason you need to, which I'm not going to because it's going to stay static like this in my city anyways. All right, move my extra pieces over and let's open up bag 4. There's 2 bags for bag 4. This is it. This is the last step. Okay, so it looks like we have our second minifigure that we're going to build here. This looks like jeans pattern with I don't even know how you would describe that shirt, but it's interesting. I'm going to put you over here, beach lady. All right, looks like we are going to start working on this side here. Oh, these are going to be the little, like the curvature at the top of the camper that goes up here on the top and the sides of the snack shack here. So let's see how they do this. Start with a corner 1x2. Really wish they had the physical instruction manuals on these still. I like the computer stuff. I get the ease of it. There's just something about like flipping a book though. I don't know. I love that. Maybe I'm a Lego dinosaur. It's not the way folks do it anymore. These pieces are pretty cool too. These little like corner rounded slopes. I don't remember seeing these too often. These must be relatively new, but they're a neat piece. Okay, we got those on. Let's put our exhaust vent on here. So now you can see this side is done. I have the rounded edge Then you have that little metallic silver vent. I believe it's like an exhaust. Oh, that's where the fryer is. So more than likely it's the exhaust for the fryer. Okay, this side is done now too. So we have both sides of the snack shack completed. Last step here is going to be to create the wall panel here for the back of the snack shack. So that's what we're going to build in this step. So it looks like the back panel here is going to have a similar build style like the front wall did. How you basically just, start with some plates flat, and then you're going to take these 1x2 plates with the snot wall on the front of it, and you're going to flip it and snap it in from the bottom here, and that's going to create that counter effect. And like typically what I've done when I've built like this before is I'll put a jumper or like I'll start with a layer of just like 1x2 2x2 bricks, but I really like how they're doing this. I would never have thought to have done that. So I'm gonna have to take note of that for future builds. These glass panes too have come in pretty good condition. It can be hit or miss when you get sets from Lego if the glass will or will not be scratched. I've gotten some where like the entire wall panel has just like a big white mark through it, and I don't know if it seems odd that that happens during shipping, but I guess it does. That's one of my biggest complaints with these glass pieces. Is sometimes they come just so scratched. But these ones look pretty good. Not super damaged. So this is how the back panel is going to clip on, it looks like. Going to add our foliage here. I love this olive green color. I think two of my favorite colors are olive green and dark orange. I really like any of the dark elements, like dark blue, dark red, dark green, dark orange, dark tan, anything dark. I guess there might be something to unpack there too. All right, time to attach the back panel, which just clips on. And this feels a little flimsy though. Did I do something wrong? I don't think I did. Some of the rebrickable models that I get and build do feel pretty flimsy, and I think that's just because it's a fan design, and there are certain Lego standards that aren't accommodated to. And so, since these are all fan designs too, I'm sure there's going to be some of that to deal with. So that is okay. These aren't getting played with most of the time, so not a big deal. All right, let's close her up gently. Okay, that is not going, so I did something wrong. Oh, it's not clipped in. Duh. Yeah. And casualty. What did I do wrong here? Okay, I got to check my work here because this is not going in. Oh, I see what I did. The fridge is like half a stud out, which is causing me to not be able to line this up. And so now, of course, I have to take the side off. And gently lift this up and out so I can move the fridge. There we go. Oh, there goes the sink. Okay, hopefully that's all I needed to do. Attach and close. Beautiful. Okay, now we have a completed snack shack here and a back that closes. So that's good to know. When you're putting the fridge in there, just make sure you have it in far enough so it doesn't prevent the back wall from closing. All right, a couple last little details that we need to build here from the rest of bag 4. Looks like this might be a napkin holder or napkin dispenser. Some sriracha. Or hot sauce. Some mustard. And a salt shaker. And that's just going to go right on the front here. On the there's a single stud open from a jumper 2x2 plate on the counter. So that's where that went. Now it looks like we're going to create the little, like a table maybe. And this just clips right on the front here. Oh, it's like a little sun visor thing, little sunshade that goes on the top like that. So, okay, I see. Now we're going to create the little holders that hold it up. And these will snap in the bottom. And looks like they just There we go. They rest in that little receiver for it. Okay. And we got to put the menu sign up now. This is the second of 3 stickers in the set. We're going to put this on this black 2x3 tile. And this is the most interesting menu I have ever seen. We spelled the word menu, but there's nothing on the menu. It's brr, brr, brr. That'll go right in here. Oh, we got to put this little guy in the back of it first. We know the menu, though. It's chicken, fries. What else is in there? Paninis, milkshakes. I like chicken and milkshakes and paninis. Okay, it looks like we're building the door here, which will be the last step of the physical structure, if I remember correctly. And it looks like a light bluish gray 2x2 round tile with a black sticker. Why didn't they just do a black 2x2 round tile? Maybe I'm missing something here. It looks like this is going to be a light. All right, let's snap this door in here. This be the employee entrance. Now we're going to build a table. This will go on the front deck here. Very nice. Your seagull. Trying to get the food. Same, bro. Looks like this might be like a grease trap or something, maybe. Oh, maybe like a propane. So you got the hose here, connecting it to the inside. Clever. That just caps it off. Build some boxes. I feel like that might be a fire hazard, having cardboard right by the mass propane thing like that. All right, now we're going to build the palm tree that's going to be coming out of this little receiver here. I always like these tree builds too with these Technic pieces. I ordered a whole bunch of these for to build a forest, kind of like the trees that come with the A-frame cabin. How they have that new style with these like Technic pieces, and you push them into the branches that are like the dino tails. I think those are such a cool build technique, and so we'll be building those here not too far from now. So I have those in my coast to coast thing too that I was talking about at Brickworld Indie. We're going to be building a whole heck of a lot of those. Okay, another curved here. Looks like there's a little tree house we're about to build. Love that. It's gonna go here. Do you guys remember when the lime version of these palm leaves were on the pick brick wall? Yeah, ordered a whole bunch of those. I wish there was more colors though, like this olive green and some others, but a mass quantity of lime will do. We pop the palm tree in. Okay, just coming together. Almost there. I think these are another one of my favorite elements too, just like the 1x2 plates with the rounded edges. These are really cool because you can make some very interesting curved buildings. Somebody in our lug group made these little huts out of these, which was very cool. I'd never seen anything like that. Okay, there's just like a sandwich or a hoagie or just, hot dog. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but you're just kind of sitting loose on the front there, along with this soda, which the seagull might fare better taking that. And guys, I think that's it. These are all the extra pieces. And how interesting is that this set only needed one tool. It was a screwdriver. And I guess in order for you to get that screwdriver, you have to get this whole tool pack because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tools left over that you don't need in the build. That's kind of cool. 8 tools, all these little random pieces, your typical extra pieces for a set. So yeah, that's the Bricklink Designer Program Snack Shack. That was a fun build. You get the 2 minifigures, you get the little camper van here, whatever you want to call it. That is the food truck. You got the door to get in. You got the overhead thing that goes up and down. You got a fryer inside, a milkshake, a panini press, a fridge, some storage shelves, little details like the rat on the front, the trash can. You got the palm tree, the propane, the little foliage coming out from underneath. Yeah, guys, I think this is a really fun build. Love the Bricklink Designer Program. Hope they keep doing little sets like this. I think this is a fun one too. It's a good entry level set for folks that want to get into these unique builds, but don't necessarily want to pay $300-400 for those big ones that they have. Cool. So yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed my first live stream. Hopefully it wasn't too awkward, and thanks for the couple people that did jump in. If we like these and we want to start doing them every Saturday, I think it might be a fun thing to start doing. Let me know if you enjoyed this in the comments. Leave a like. And if you're watching this, don't forget, throughout the month of December, I have this set that I'm giving away. It's 10230, the mini modular set. Pull it down so I don't think you can see it in the video. I am giving this away to a lucky person. All you have to do is leave a comment on any of my videos throughout the month of December, and I'm randomly going to pick somebody at the end of the month. And whoever I pick randomly gets the set free of charge. U.S. addresses only, though. I'm not shipping international on this one. So, caveat, I guess. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you later. Bye.